In 1983, a hit song from the West sneaks into the GDR via the radio and becomes a kind of alternative national anthem. German rocker Udo Lindenberg brazenly uses his song Sonderzug nach Pankow to get himself an invite to East Berlin. His hit seems provocative, and the GDR's leaders don't like the spotlight it's shining on them. But in the end, they let Udo perform in the Palast of the Republic. Photographer Nikolaus Becker thinks the news is more than just the promise of a good rock concert. It sort of felt like dawn was breaking. When you lived in the GDR, you were always on the lookout for signs. Signs that pointed to things becoming more open, more relaxed, freer. And that's what this concert sounded like. If Lindenberg can play in the GDR after writing a song as brash as Sonderzug nach Pankow, then things must be going in a good direction. That's what we thought. Look, I'm going to sing what I like. People think they're telling me what I should sing and what I should say, but it's not like that at all, you know? You can't castrate Udo like that. No chance. No one can stop me from doing what I want. But it turns out Udo can't actually do what he wants. GDR officials are planning a propaganda extravaganza called Rock for Peace. Hundreds of fans wait outside for their idol after failing to get tickets. The audience inside is made up almost exclusively of high-ranking members of the Free German Youth. The fans are unhappy. By the time I got there, things outside the palace were starting to boil over. You had uniformed and non-uniformed security forces on one side and a crowd of fans on the other. In between were metal fences, some of which had left the ground because the fans were pulling on one end and the police were pulling on the other. It was all getting quite lively, to say the least. While the hand-picked audience enjoys the concert inside, the arrests begin outside. Nikolaus is among those taken into custody. Udo is blissfully unaware of it all. People right next to me were being beaten, just for speaking. I saw how the police made people stand against walls with their arms in the air. If you've ever tried it, you'll know that your strength goes after a few minutes. It's impossible to hold them like that for an hour. But when their arms started sinking, officers would club them in the small of the back or on the head, whichever they fancied. After a while, the people couldn't even stand anymore. They collapsed, and the police beat them until they stopped moving. So the signs proved wrong. Brutal violence came in place of freedom. Instead of singing Sonderzug nach Pankow, Udo embarks on his own private mission for world peace. His anti-war song is painfully relevant.